What is going on, everybody? And welcome to a guy who messed up the live stream. There we go. Had the other thing on. Yes. We didn't have our normal live stream on Saturday because we were out running around, enjoying the theme parks, enjoying Orlando, enjoying all these things.
Yeah.
And let's see. Oh, I just got a quick text from Jeremy. All right, there we go. Having a good time in Orlando. And so now we're kind of, Tugs has made her way home and she is locked out of her house.
Yep.
That's why you can't see her face.
Yep.
How sad for everyone.
I know. Swigs.
Look at that. Those ears add to the sexiness. Why? Thank you. Thank you. I figure since we knew Saturday, we will just share a little bit about the openings that we experienced while you were here in Orlando, and just go from there. So probably go for about an hour, and then that will be that. I cannot show you Tugs because she is locked out of her house.
Y'all, I am a mess. I am airport status, hot mess status right now. So I didn't get in my house to take a shower or anything. I look a mess. You don't want to see me. It'll change your opinion.
No excuses. No excuses. That's for sure. That's for sure. I don't know how long I keep these ears on. They're kind of pressing against my head, but
that's why I don't hear. That's why I don't wear them. Hi, guys.
Nice to hear. Everybody happy. There you go. There you go. So I'll say, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alex, Peter? Jedi Padawan is here. Forbidden. I see you guys. I see you guys all in the chat. Brody is here. How you doing? Ryder is here. Jeremy Swigs is here. Tom is here. And wonderful. Thank you all for being here with us on our Park Hopping live stream as I slowly remove the Mickey ears. It's kind of cool though, man. Would anybody like a pair of these? Of course, you know this is the hat that the rabbit wears. And the rabbit ears is part of the logo. That's on the side. Excuse me.
Wow.
I've been eating a lot of bread today too. Having my dinner. It's like pieces of bread that we had yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. You have leftovers.
So there you go. Anyway. Tugs was in town. And while she was here, Legoland opened up, Universal Studios opened up, and she did go to Disney Springs for part of that open. Excuse me. I took a big bite of bread right before we started.
Good grief.
I took a big bite of bread, so I'm like,
this is what it was like all week, you guys. You can't take him anywhere.
Trying to get it down. My own fault. My own fault. Now, Lee, who's usually with us, is actually back at Universal Studios, and he reported saying that it's even more empty than when we went. So I wish I had gone back today because that
sounds appealing.
I would love to go to the park. That's the beautiful thing about going to an empty park is you get to ride everything you want to ride. You don't have to wait long. I will. I'm telling you. So we not only that, it was like Legoland was also empty. We went back to Legoland twice. And so the first time, and then Dinosaur World, we kind of just snuck in one of the days there. So yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm just saying. So basically what to expect when you walk into these parks is Everyone's got the temperature check gun, right?
Yep. That's
Legoland did something a little different. They said you don't need to wear a mask, but they did ask us like 20 questions.
Yeah.
Which Universal did not ask. They didn't ask that, did they?
Nope. No, they didn't ask us. You know what? Now that you say that, they didn't ask us anything. They just took our temperatures and made sure we had masks. And that was it.
Yeah, and that was it. So they let's see. It was Legoland asked if we've been in contact with someone with CV. Have we been out of the country? And after you answered a bunch of their questions, they were like, all right, enjoy the park.
Yeah, bye.
Which we did. So, hello, guys. I see you popping in. What's up, Batman? Big fan. See you here.
Hello.
What's up, Krista? I see you. I see you guys just popping in. I know this is not our normal time, but if you hit the Fast Pass button, if you're new here, which is also the like button, that would be
great.
That would be great. So you want to just walk them through the process?
Yeah, we can do that. Sorry, I was reading Swiggs' comment. Yeah. What do you want to start with? Legoland? That's it.
With Legoland, and then we'll go into Universal.
Okay.
Universal is a little more complex with the ride queues and stuff.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how that's going to work. Well, we'll get there when we get there. I don't know how it's going to work as it gets busier. Maybe it won't get busy. I don't know. No, Legoland, honestly, Legoland was a breeze. It was so easy. They asked you the questions, which of course, that's the honor system. Make sure you're not lying. And you get in and that was it. Masks are encouraged, not recommended. Everything was open that I saw. I didn't see a whole lot closed at Legoland. There was a couple of things. Mostly food places were closed.
Yeah, and the biggest takeaway is the massive cleaning that they would do, like the massive cleaning.
Yeah,
in between rides. Oh, what's up, Jeremy?
Jeremy, we love you too.
Thanks for popping in. Yeah, we know. Usually, like I said, it's not our normal time, but since we didn't get a chance to get together Saturday, we'll just hop on for an hour, just kind of give you a rundown of what exactly happened. But the biggest issue with Legoland was the cleaning. Now they had the social distancing stickers on the ground. Mm-hmm. But then they would stop the ride every so often and just do a major scrubbing,
Yeah.
Like a major scrubbing. So that was that's what took a lot of time. He's waving at everybody. Hey. So we were actually told we got in line for one ride and the workers actually said, hey man, we're not going to be back up for another 30 minutes. Yep. Because we have to scrub the ride down, and I guess whatever they scrubbed it with had to just sit on the ride.
Yeah, in the sun, maybe. Probably.
That's how that worked.
Yeah. The water ride was the worst of it, though. I think what that ride said, it was a 10-minute wait. Ended up taking us 45 minutes to get on it because a party would go on it and they would clean the car that the people were in, but then they'd clean the next two of them and they would run them through empty for some reason. I'm not really sure what the logic where that came from. And then it would come back around and they'd have to, it was so weird. That was weird. You had one person riding in a boat or just two people instead of the full 8.
They had a boat that fit 8 people. And if you were just a party of 1 or 2, then they would put you in that boat.
Yeah.
And then they would just kind of send you out. And then they send out a couple boats with no people in while you just waited. So,
but that was the only ride that did that. The little dragon roller coaster, they didn't do that. They spaced everybody out.
I forgot to tweet this out.
Yeah.
So sorry, everybody.
Share the thing because I'm on my phone. I can't do 2 things at once.
I got it.
If you all could do that, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Krista. Thank you. Krista Joe shared it. Drunk 3P Ho shared it.
Yay. Thanks,
and Phantom Collective shared it. Thank you guys so much.
Good old Phantom Collective.
Usually Tugs is the one that does those things, so I don't think about it. And she dropped the ball today.
Yeah, it's my roommate's fault.
That's all.
Living with boys is an adventure, you guys. Let me just tell you.
because she's not home. And so those are kind of like the I guess weird things at Legoland. Now, Universal Studios, in order for you to ride one of the bigger rides, I guess they had a virtual queue set up on their app, and that was they didn't really explain that to us till we got into the park.
No, I had to figure it out.
Yeah, so there was really no signs. Usually, so a lot of people, when they walked up to the ride, there's a sign that says by virtual queue only.
Yeah.
And then people were just trying to figure it out. They were trying to put things together and figure it out that way. So, but we figured it out early on. We were able to get on every ride that we wanted to do. I guess the big ride was Hagrid's motorcade ride.
Yep.
The Hagrid's motorcade ride. And we were able to get on that too, which was pretty good. And they didn't social distance the ride like we thought. Like early on, we saw pictures of like someone in the first car skip a car. They actually just kind of
right behind each other.
Yeah, we were like right there. We were like right there next to each other. Now, the one thing I'm glad I didn't happen is I didn't get a suntan line from the mask.
Yeah, thank goodness. That'll be interesting come July.
That was the big one. That was the big one. But man, I just gotta tell you, like when we walked through the crowded areas, no one was really 6 feet in it.
No, I mean we weren't like we weren't on top of each other, but yeah.
No one was really like like doing the whole Chris Pratt thing from Jurassic Park, like
yeah.
Get back. Get back from me. Get back from me. Get back from me. Although I will tell you that the mask got a little annoying after a while.
Ooh, so, when the sun came out for that brief, what was it? Couple hours? That was rough.
It was very hot.
I got hot.
So that was kind of bad. And I was gonna wear a hat in the park, but Tugs was like, "It's gonna rain," which it did.
Then it never rained. Yeah, but not like Legoland on Thursday. I was expecting it to be like that. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, it was like, "It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain." So it just was. It was a little weird, but I enjoyed the park being empty. Like that was a big thing. I enjoyed the park being empty.
Yeah, that was nice. Oh my gosh, I haven't had it. I don't think I've ever seen personally Universal be that empty ever. That was nice. Being that empty? Yeah, I've never seen it like that. I've never seen ours that empty either, and ours is kind of lame compared to your guys's. But and so what was weird is that at the beginning of the day there was people shooting out pictures and tweets of how packed it looked. So, and then it's like, remember that one guy was like, look at all the cars lined up to get in. Look at what's happening. Different things like that. And then when we got there, we were like, where are all the people at? Yeah, it was crazy. I know all the other YouTubers and bloggers that morning, they got there at the morning rush. And they just were tweeting out photos of crowds. And I sent one to our park hopping group chat and was like, look at all these cars. Oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to get in. And then we just walked. No problem at all. The lady at the parking, when we got into parking, was like, oh yeah, no, we're good. Go ahead. Walked around, no problem. All right, you're speaking too fast for the people. Oh, sorry. So do me a favor. Krista Joe has a question that you can answer. She said, how was it booking the rides virtually? So can you explain that process while I sit here and look pretty with my if y'all can't tell, with my my wonderful park hopping Mickey ears. I love them so much. Okay, so Krista, how best to describe this? So you have to download the Universal app and you click on the ride that you want. So the Mummy, Hagrid's, motorbike, all of the Harry Potter rides, basically. I think Hulk was virtual line. So your big, more popular ones. It's basically just like getting a fast pass for Disney. but you can't do it until you're in the park day of. So we weren't able to do it until the app noticed that we were in the park, and you have to pick, and it gives you a time frame that you can come back. It's a 30-minute window. The cool thing about it is you don't each have to do it from your phone. You can pick. So if there's 4 of you, 5 of you, 2 of you, you can pick how many people are in your party. And then when you get there, they scan the little QR code that comes with it, and you walk right in with your party. When we first got there, Hagrid's was not available. So I just kept checking back. And then Lee was able to get one on his app. And so he got it for the 3 of us. But even though it says it's unavailable, the times start to pop back up as reservations drop or as people start to cancel or change to something else. So you always have to just keep checking back. They'll come back up. It was super easy. The big thing that they told us was, because we did this accidentally, when you miss your window, so our return time was between 3:20 and 3:50. We missed it because we were stuck on the other park. We had to take the train across. And the Universal employee told us to take a screenshot of all of our reservations next time, just in case, because it has that barcode that they can scan. So even if you miss your time window, you can go up to them and say, we got stuck, or this happened. I'm so sorry. Here's my reservation. And they'll scan you in and they'll let you go through. So that's a big thing. He said to take a screenshot of it, because it's not like with Disney where you can just go back and look at it. It actually disappears right off of your app. It goes away. It deletes itself. So that was interesting. So yeah, other than that,
yeah, it's
really
pretty easy. But you got, again, most people don't have the Universal app because there's really nothing to do with it. So you got to download the Universal Studios app, and the rides are there. You just say what time you want to go and how many people, which is kind of convenient. But after 30 minutes, it disappears. Still win 87 with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for your super chats. What does Tugs mean?
It's a nickname.
That's it. It's her nickname.
That's it. Yeah, that's all I got
like
for
that? I think everyone has asked that question.
Yep.
Also, Jeremy Swig's like, what's a DM? And I'm like, a DM is a direct message, like from Twitter.
Yeah.
You just hit the little envelope on the top of the Twitter, and you can send a private message or a message to who you need to send to. So yeah, that's the problem, is that they delete your reservation after 30 minutes. Yeah. So you get in line and they check your reservation, and if it's gone, luckily they were like, I guess it was like the first day of this system. So they kind of gave us a pass, and they were just saying, yeah, we understand. We're just working out the kinks, working out the bugs, working out all these different things. So
yeah, it worked out pretty well though. I mean, we didn't have a problem when we got on everything we wanted to, even with it being such a popular ride. And I don't know if that has anything to do with the crowds necessarily, or just how the system works, or it's a combination of both. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see how that works as it starts to get busier, because at some point people are going to start coming back. So it'll be interesting to see.
And the other thing too is for like there I go again. The characters are, so they had Shrek and Fiona, the characters that we saw. They were kind of standing they were like standing behind the bushes, like on another level, like on like some risers, and then there were some bushes, and so, and then there was a line there of how far you could stand to get a photo with them to see like the characters. So it's just weird, like all that stuff was kind of weird. But all in all, like, it's just, I kind of figured a lot of people wouldn't be back because they're worried about what was going to be open and what was not going to be open, different things like that. So like people are like, why would I spend my money to show up, to the park if certain things weren't open. Now the issue is this: we have not seen we have not seen the case where they have reached capacity. So we don't know how they're going to turn people away once they hit capacity. When we pulled up into the parking, we asked the lady that was running the parking, and she said if they hit capacity, they would tell us, so we tell the people. And I don't know how that would work, because if you pull up to pay for parking and they're like, yeah, we're full,
they'd have to turn you around.
I guess they would send you down to the exit, or you could just say I'm coming to City Walk and then go that route. Like, those are the things. I
wonder if they account for City Walk attendance as well. You know what I mean? Like, are they counting? Because everybody parks in the same garage. So if the park is at capacity and you're only doing the parking garage, one would assume that both those people are probably at City Walk too. So I wonder if they're counting both. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, I don't think they'll count City Walk being full, because I don't know if that was a thing.
Yeah,
so, you know,
I don't know.
Now here's the other thing is, how do you order food? Because I had a problem ordering food at Universal Studios. I had a legit problem. Ordering food.
Yeah, that was a struggle.
Black Phoenix comes in with the $1.50 super sticker. He gives us a beautiful rose. A beautiful rose. Phoenix. I do, Black Phoenix. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for listening as we talk Florida and all those things as far as theme parks. So I'm gonna break this down real quick, and then I'm gonna let Tugs explain how to order food.
He did tell me we had such a boomer moment.
Yeah, I had a major boomer moment. I wasn't sure.
Poor guy.
Yeah, how to order food. So it was literally they asked you if you're paying with credit card, or they told you it was credit card only. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so, oh my gosh, Black Phoenix he's pointing up. He's pointing up with the little fox, basically saying Drunk had a boomer moment. And I think he's pointing up to the he's pointing up to the part that was right above where Jedi Padawan says Drunk had a boomer moment ordering food. Maybe. Or either that or he's saying I'm number one. One or the other. So we sat down at the Simpsons to have a Krusty Burger. And they put us in, and once you sit down, you could take your mask off, which was kind of interesting, and they was spacing. And then you had to go back on the app and go to dining and find the restaurant you were at, and I'm sorry, I was confused. Okay,
it was really tedious.
And even you were a little confused. You had to ask, "Where is this at? What was this?" Yep. And so we were like, looking. And so finally we ordered our Krusty Burger and milkshake, and I just couldn't get mine to order. I kept pushing the button. I'm sorry. Even Tugs took my phone and tried to make it work, and it didn't work. My phone was like not cooperating. And then once you order the food, the worker comes over and like checks your numbers, and then tries to get it all together. The issue is it was very slow.
Oh my God.
And which I'm not upset about. I understand they're trying to work out the kinks. It was very slow, but it was weird because it wasn't like people were coming back to you saying, "You need anything? You need anything?" And we asked for water multiple times. It took some time to get. It asked for, we asked for some straws. They never gave us. We just kind of finished the drink without straws.
Just like basic stuff.
It just never came back around. But the ordering food bit,
that was crazy. Well, and then it didn't help too, because the sign outside of the door we walked in said it was the Krusty Burger. So you're in the food menu looking at the different restaurants, and there's no Krusty Burger. And I'm like, what is this place? What is the name of this place? And it was under something else, because it's a bunch of different, it's like a little cafeteria. So it was under like Fanfare Foods or something ridiculous. So I had to ask. That was crazy. It just was. I don't mind the slow service. I get where there's staffing issues, and that's fine. That didn't bother me. It was more of like, it felt like it was everybody's first day ever being a waiter or waitress ever in their lives.
That's what it was.
That's what it felt like. They forgot how to do their jobs almost. And then we went to Bubba Gump's and they were on it. So I think it was just that particular location. I don't think everywhere is like that. I think it was just that particular spot because Bubba Gump's, they were great. They were slow, but the waiters kept coming by. What do you guys need? Just like normal. So they really did a good job. So I think it was just that place, but yikes.
Krista Joe says, will Universal Resort guests have entry prior to pass holder guests on that day? The answer is yes. Now, my season pass gives me free parking. Also, it's supposed to give me free valet, and the valet is closed. So what they're going to do is give us a section in the normal parking to go park our cars, and that's where we're going. That's what they're going to open up pretty soon, I guess. But honestly, when we pulled up. What time did we get there? Like 11?
Yeah, a little after.
We parked on the bottom floor. It was that empty. Like we parked at the bottom floor where we had to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go up a little bit and then head on over and get checked. Again, nobody was in line for the heat scan, the temperature check. No one was in line at the metal detector. Mm-hmm. And nobody was in line when we got our tickets. Like we just walked right up. And so they were just welcoming people in. So I'm actually going to enjoy going back to the park several times while it's this empty. Also, there's a tropical storm coming through Florida. Now, granted, here's some scary factors. When Tugs first came in, it was me, my friend Jesse, and Lee. We were at Disney Springs waiting for her. She was getting off the airport, and her Uber driver dropped her off at the wrong place, so we had to go get her. But then as soon as they dropped her off, we got an announcement on our phones basically saying that Disney Springs is going to be shutting down early because of what is going on in the world today. We're not going to get too much in that topic, but what I'm saying is what is going on in the world with protesting and things like that. It was getting really close to Disney Springs and the Disney area, and so they started shutting things down early. There was also a curfew that we had to be off the street at a certain time. And so that kind of played, I think that could have possibly played into the fact of people not heading out to the theme parks.
Oh, absolutely.
As well. So that's the thing. Now, Legoland was a little different because Legoland is in a little different area. And that's why I believe they didn't care that you didn't have to wear the mask the whole time. And whatnot. So like that, it just, I think all that played into a part of what was going on in the world. Plus there was a tropical storm that we didn't know if it was coming towards Florida or not. And so there was so many factors that probably kept people from going to the theme park this week.
We'll see what it looks like this weekend when I come back.
Yeah, that will be key if things have kind of quieted down and stuff like that. Now, for the record, in Orlando, almost all the protests in Orlando were very peaceful.
Yeah, it was just precautionary.
Yeah, everything was very much precautionary. It was just one night that was a little not scary, but one night that they were very taking a lot of precautions because people just didn't know. And so I think all that stuff was playing a part in the parks as well. And what's up, Thomas? Thank you, man. Sending some love to two incredible people. Thank you. Lee will be joining us in just a minute.
Yay!
He just got home. It is storming bad in Florida. Now the tropical storm has made its way mostly toward the Pensacola area, Alabama area there. But what happens is when it's tropical storm, there's like these bands that kind of swing way out the side of like the hurricanes. And that is what we're getting. That is what we're getting bad. So the storms were pretty bad. Now, here is the issue with Legoland. Jeremy Swiggs asked a great question.
Yes.
He says, is the experience at Legoland worth the $85 ticket? Now, here is the problem with Legoland, and I'm not sure why they operate this way. If it rains, they basically shut down everything that's not an indoor ride, and they only have like 3 indoor rides.
Yeah.
And everything is just shut down. Everything is just shut down. And so the second day we went to Legoland, I took Tugs to the Cypress Gardens, which is in the back part of Legoland. And Lee, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I'll pull you in the stream. So I don't know if you can hear me, but I see him there. Lee, can you hear me backstage? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come. All right, he's ready to come on. Boom, boom. What's happening?
Hey!
There he is. Just got back from Universal Studios himself. Now
Got rained out.
There it is.
Bad, huh?
We'll get into that in just a second. And so when it rains at Legoland, they shut everything down. And even though the park is open, we went to the Cypress Gardens area. If you saw in the video where we saw this, like one of Florida's largest trees, apparently.
So beautiful.
That's in the back there. And we walked through the gardens in the rain. I had a rain jacket that wasn't really that great, but and Tugs hogged the umbrella.
Yep.
And so, there you go. Now, on a regular day, do you get a refund if it rained? You want to know something, DM? I do not know. That is an excellent question because I have an annual pass, so it doesn't really bother me if they shut everything down. So that is an excellent question.
I have the answer. There was a lady that was on Thursday when we went. There was a lady that was walking in front of us, and I was eavesdropping on her conversation. And they give you a rainy day voucher. So your ticket that was good for that day, they get rained out. They give you a voucher. You can come back. So yes, they don't do refunds, but they give you a voucher.
I guess that's a voucher.
Yeah, you just basically are allowed to use your ticket another day.
I did not know that. So there you have it.
Boom.
Right there. I guess it's not a refund. You just get a ticket that you could use later.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I heard y'all talking about the restaurants.
Yeah.
Ordering food and the challenges with that. The only thing I experienced something.
Let me remind people, we're gonna go back to Universal Studios. We were at Legoland, so we'll go back to Universal Studios talk. And
I'm sorry.
What you're talking about, right? Universal.
Yeah.
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Today, I went to the Leaky Cauldron.
Oh, my favorite.
Where's that exactly located?
That is on the Universal side in Diagon Alley.
Harry Potter world. For those of you who are not familiar with Harry Potter terms.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Harry Potter area, which is, I've never seen Harry Potter world so empty. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And even when the rest of the park is empty, usually the Harry Potter section is full.
Yeah. Yep.
Because it's so interactive. You get wands. You could use your wand on store windows and all these different. You could use your wand to shoot water at people, et cetera, et cetera. So
yeah.
So continue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lee, I don't mean to interrupt you. Can you explain what kind of is this table service? Do you sit down? Do you make an appointment? Give us the whole rundown.
So that's the thing. I think the Leaky Cauldron is quick service. It's like you go up to a cashier and you order your food, and normally they put it on a tray and you get it, find a table, sit down, and whatever. Yes. The lighting on my head is always terrible for whatever reason. So with the situation going on and them trying to keep everything clean and the social distance element, it was similar to what you all were talking about at when we went to Krusty's. So I don't know if those individuals working there are accustomed to waiting tables. So they may not have that mindset like a place that's table service, right? So that could be some confusion. They're not used to working that way.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
But we also, interesting thing, Leaky Cauldron, same thing. We had to use the mobile ordering. Everything went through fine. There was only one other table that was occupied. So, I mean, the place was empty. Interesting tidbit, though. As an annual pass, yeah, in the whole place.
That's one of the most popular restaurants at Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's a Sunday.
It was empty, very empty.
Wow.
I should have went.
Interesting thing though, annual pass, you get discounts on food, right?
Yeah, some of the restaurants do. Yeah.
However, when you use the, and I think I heard you guys talk about no cashless. Yeah. When you use the mobile app or mobile ordering, you had to pay the regular price, but then they brought you cash to offer the discount.
I forgot about that part.
So I was like, interesting.
Yeah, because
wait, one more time. You had to do what?
So when you order your food, you got to pay the regular price, even though you're an annual pass holder.
Right.
Because of the discount, they brought you cash back.
Yep.
To cover your discount. You look confused. Am I not explaining this right, Tugs? Am I not? Help me explain.
No, that's so weird. That's so weird.
Well, okay. Because the app doesn't have the option to load your annual pass. There's no way to scan it. The app doesn't have the option to be like, oh, I have an annual pass, so here. So you have to show it, and they have to. I saw it this morning. One of the other bloggers was there, and they said the same thing. They got like a couple bucks back, literally in cash. Yeah. Whereas normally when you go to up to the counter to order, you say, oh, I have an annual pass. They scan it, and they give you the discount, and then you pay.
I don't remember us getting cash back at Krusty's.
They don't do AP discounts, I asked.
Yeah.
Then why did we go there?
I don't
know. I wanted a burger.
That's all right. All right, that's true. We had a Krusty Clogger. Shot to the old ticker. So basically, though, Brian asked a question about if you bring cash, why can't they take your order too? They will not accept your. Bat Manuel. They will not accept cash.
No, I think he's saying if they bring you cash, why can't they take an order?
Oh, exactly. That's why I had that puzzled look on my face. I was
that's silly.
That's weird.
I guess they're
burgers for Lee. Always want burgers. Then the other interesting thing too is that when so they bring your food to you as if it's table service, but it's not a place that's normally table service. Yeah. And then they just kind of stand next to your table with the tray.
You have to take your own food off. I forgot.
So you have to actually remove your own food off the tray.
They won't touch it. Yep. Cooties.
Really, really interesting. However, I have to say, even the second time I went, Universal, in my opinion, was on point with their cleanliness. Yeah. They were just wiping stuff down constantly. Before every ride, it was mandatory that they applied hand sanitizer to your hand. I saw workers running down the lines, wiping down the railings constantly. They were making me stay put. Can you stay right there, sir? Move off to the side while I clean the railings for you right here, and then I'm going to let you go on. So they were really working hard to try to keep everything clean.
The hand sanitizer thing was interesting. So if you don't know, whatever you walked into at Universal Studios, whether it be a ride, a restaurant, a place to eat, I don't think they did that for the store. So maybe not that one. There was a worker there with a big bottle of hand sanitizer. Basically, it was like, hold out your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you went on the ride, they got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Before you sat down to eat, they got you. I mean, it was. I've never used so much hand sanitizer in my life, actually.
Yeah, my skin is hating me right now. My hands.
In one day.
I'm not happy.
I'll talk about Bubba Gump.
No, but we were getting there because I think Chris is in the chat.
Yeah, he's here.
So Tugs.
Yes.
I went back told them what happened, and they replaced the glass.
Oh, good. Good. That was so
sad. We're all good. We're all good.
Yay, good.
DM. So that's an excellent question, and so for the rides that required the 3D glasses, they had you stick your hand out, they hit you a hand sanitizer, and then they handed you a pair of glasses, 3D glasses for the ride. So we did Transformers, we did Spider-Man, which I don't know how my live stream held
I went
up.
and watched the playback. It was actually not bad. It was a little bit choppy, but they got the concept.
Yeah. And so we got mugs. So
that looks awesome. Love it. Oh, geez.
I put mine in the freezer. Is that okay?
In the what?
Freezer.
Yeah, it's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah, so I put mine in the freezer.
Perfect.
I didn't know they gave out beer mugs with if you get a drink. I didn't that was new to me. So before we continue, I want to say that one of our, I don't know what you call him, a friend or a fan, met us at Bubblegum Shrimp. Yes. His name is Chris. And we had an amazing time meeting someone that has been a supporter of not only my personal channel, but also this channel as well. As the man really loves Star Wars. Meeting him and his wife for dinner was fantastic. And he blessed me with an amazing gift that I'm going to hold up. So,
yes,
the original poster for episode is huge. And see, I see him in the chat. So you can see where, if I put it up on the wall, the lighting will reflect on the screen. So I got to try to figure this out on how I'm going to display this amazing artwork. Look at that. Thing is fantastic.
It's so beautiful. You might have to find a frame that has matte.
It might just
glass.
I might just put it in the living room for everyone to enjoy, because it's just that awesome. It's just that awesome. He also gave us some other gifts as well that I'll show off a little bit later. And
there's a patch.
But that poster was absolutely incredible.
I love it.
So the poster was I'm sorry. The poster is absolutely incredible. Yeah, so I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, because I actually had this poster in a frame, and the lighting was I just wanted to show it off because it's my favorite Star Wars poster ever. This episode 1 poster, and so I took it out of the frame just so the light won't shine. So I got to figure that out, Chris. It was awesome to meet you.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic evening. So the story of the glass, they gave us glasses. Some people may be in the dark. I don't know if you shared the story. No. But at the end of the night, they go, "Oh, you guys all get free glasses." So we're like, "Oh, cool." So they all were wrapped up in protecting everything, and then we get them home, and everybody has theirs, and I unwrapped mine, and it has tiny little crack down the side. So I went back today, walked up and said, "Hey, this happened." They said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Here's another one." So it was cool. Glad I got it replaced. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you, buddy. But no, you were awesome. You were awesome. And we hope to hang out with you real soon.
Yeah.
When we go to when they finally open up the hangar bar at Disney Spring, that will be the day. Once we get word of that, it's
it's on.
Oh yeah. All up leave, be like, bruh, time to go.
Grab your fedora.
Yeah, that's it. Mine's not in front of me. I have these instead.
Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll be open by the time I get there Friday. It'll be great.
Krista Joe says, "Did you guys get butterbeer?" Now,
yes, I did.
Let me just tell you this much. I had my normal regular. Yeah. Lee had one regular. But every time we turned around, Tugs was drinking that stuff like it was like her life depended on it.
I only had 3. Wait, 3? Yeah, I think it was 3.
Nah, she wandered off. She kept
wandering off, and I was like, "Where is she?" She's like, "I got my butterbeer."
It's so delicious and it's so good. Ooh,
Really?
Raziel Mutant. I don't know.
Now I do have to say this concerning park hopping shirts, because people sent me a message about asking. The Geeks and Gamers website is in a soft launch, and once it officially launches, the shirts will be available on the site. So, which is coming very soon. So be patient. We're patient because we want them too. We want to wear them too. That will be my official theme park shirt every time I go to a theme park. I plan on getting 5.
Yep.
Just because
I'm gonna get a pair of leggings too.
I will not be wearing park hopping leggings, sadly.
I'm still sad we didn't have them for.
Everybody has a price.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a certain super chat that may go up. That I'm just thinking out loud here.
There is no way that I will be wearing leggings to a park because I'm tall and my legs are really long and my calves are too big and it just would look really weird. So,
everybody's got a price.
So you plan on coming with your fiance in September for her birthday? Should be. It should. Man, I'm hoping by September, man, everything's just kind of normal.
Yeah, I hope it'll be normal by
now.
then.
Lee, I have a couple questions for you. You have a little one. How did she deal with the mask all day at the park?
It's annoying.
Was there a point where she just wanted to rip it off?
Yes, a couple times. So going on a few of the thrill rides that she hasn't been on, you could tell like her heart was beating a little bit. She was getting excited, getting antsy, and found it a little challenging to breathe.
Yeah.
We had to hey, calm down a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. When nobody was looking, pulled it down, take a breath or two. But, all in all, she was a trooper. Now, today, we didn't have the heat. It was overcast. A nice Florida breeze was blowing the whole time we were there. And then, of course, we were getting ready to walk on the Hulk ride. Because every ride today was just walk on.
Nice.
And they're like, sorry, storm's coming through, Annie. We got to shut this down. So
I don't know if I can fit on the Hulk ride. I got to try.
They have that one seat.
Yeah. I got to go to the tester seat next time I go.
So you guys talked about the virtual queue, right?
Yes.
So interesting. I didn't know this either about the virtual queue, that many of the bigger rides take that virtual line or virtual queue, whatever you call it. However, if you have an express pass, you can bypass all that. You don't have to do a virtual queue or anything. If you have that express pass, you just go right up and swipe it. You don't need a virtual queue to go up to the ride and get in the express pass line. You just go right to the express pass line.
Oh,
yeah, so me and Lee have an annual pass, and Tugs messed up our rotation. That at 4 p.m., our annual pass works as a fast pass throughout the parks, which is pretty. I didn't get a chance to use it, but I'm hoping to use it this week. Lee says, "Hey, I'm off. I had a bad day at work. Let's go to the parks around 3-ish. We'll run around for a couple hours using our.
That could happen tomorrow.
So, I'm down." Black Phoenix wants to know, where did we get? Which hats are you talking about? You talking about the indie hats? Black Phoenix, which hat are you talking about?
Which hat?
Ryan says, would you prefer Darth Vader? I don't prefer any onesies. That's all I'm saying. So
we need our Geeks and Gamers onesies, Jeremy.
Patrick said 3-year-old kept it on always, but over the nose was hard.
Yeah, a little challenging there.
That
gotta get one that fits right.
I actually like mine because if you get it wet, it cools everything down. It's like one of those. It's from the Mission Cooling Company. So like you get it wet a little bit and you kind of, I don't know, you snap it and then you put it back on it. Like it makes everything feel like, I don't know how it does that, but it just makes everything feel really cool. So actually I wish I could take it off, but I mean, it was better than like the bandana I used like last week. That's for real. That's for real sure. Black Fiends, you gotta tell us which hat are you talking about, boss, if you're still here. We have almost 70 people in here. Smash that fast pass button, please. We have 63. Wow, 63 likes. And for the first time ever, no dislikes. So there you go. I mean, that's
don't jinx.
Well, I mean, people will do it now as a joke, but it's okay. My trolls didn't know that I was live. So my trolls didn't know I was live. All right, we got that up to 67 fast pass smashes. That's it.
Bro, I gotta tell you though, we've been going to these parks for years, since we were little. We've been going a lot ever since Universal first put in the Harry Potter island in Islands of Adventure. And that place has always been packed. I have never seen Harry Potter as thinned out as it was today.
That's crazy.
It was thinner than when we went a few days ago, huh?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
There. Every ride was walk on, very, very little wait, if any at all. What was the original ride? The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or did they change it?
The castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first ride was the castle one.
The Hogwarts.
Did you guys go on that?
Yes.
Did you take the Hogwarts Express over?
Yes. Yeah. And that was
of all the things I actually like. The social distancing did one thing for that Hogwarts Express, is that you get to ride with your own party alone.
Yeah.
They don't smash you in with like all these people you don't know.
Yeah. So, well, even the Harry Potter rides, like, that the one at the castle, the Hogwarts, it's like a 4-seater. They're not putting anybody with you. It's your party. That's it. And there was people solos. They get the whole thing to themselves. They didn't put like one on one end and one on the other end. And we walked right on.
That's awesome.
Man, if you text me tomorrow, bro, I'm there. I have a live stream later, but we could push it back an hour. It'll be all right. Because they still close around 7.
7 o'clock was closing. Anything that had a time, like wait time listed, it was 5.
I should have skipped my flight.
Let's see. Jay, can you pull off a boiler hat? What's a boiler hat? I don't know what that is.
Boiler hat. Is that like the pork pie with the short brim?
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I think so. It's the little one.
How did you guys enjoy Ironhide says, how did you guys enjoy the Transformers ride?
Oh, you'll
one
love
ride
it,
I would love to ride at Universal. The Transformers ride is one of my favorite indoor rides because I don't know, it's just very exciting. It's an exciting ride actually, but it's not what you think. It's like a 3D screen.
Mm-hmm.
So you wear 3D glasses and you go through it, but it's very high, fast paced. Like you're constantly moving and smashing into things, and it has all your favorite Transformers in it.
Yeah.
So
you'll like it, Ironhide. It's really fun.
So the other thing is,
and the Spider-Man ride.
Spider-Man ride was good too.
I like Transformers better, even though they're very
I like
similar.
Transformers better too. Yeah.
Brian asked Lee, "Did you film it all?" No, he was there with family, just hanging out. So he didn't get a chance to film anything there at all. But next time, I dropped the ball. I should have told him to send us a couple pics to tweet out of how empty everything was. So I'll remember to do that. We'll do that next time. Let's see. Halloween Horror Nights. So when we got into Universal Studios, we asked them about Halloween Horror Nights, and the employees told us that they have not canceled it yet. So they have not canceled it yet. it's just all it's a crazy waiting game.
Yeah.
Like to see like now you have to understand Florida is already on their phase 2 opening, which basically means everything can open with certain things, in place. So we're on our phase 2. I think once we hit phase 3, if everything works well, I don't see them. I see them taking up all those social distancing stickers and.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, you guys will be in phase 3 and beyond by the time Disney opens. That might be why they waited so long too.
Pretty much. It's possible.
I asked again about Halloween Horror Nights and the what are they called at Universal? They're not cast members.
Team members.
Team members. That's right. Thank you. The team member said they have not received any word on Halloween Horror Nights, which tells them that it is still a go. They are still preparing, and the plan is for them to still have it. And I'm sure that's hoping everything is wrapped up by the time they start.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That is going to be really interesting to see if there's still the mask thing is still a thing by then. To see like the zombies and stuff with masks.
I love Halloween Horror Nights is one of the highlights for me of the year. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
I've never been.
Some houses are good, some are not so good, but like they are absolutely fantastic. Josh says he heard a rumor that max capacity at Universal is 7,000. I think it's more than that.
It's more than that. There's no way. That's not even 50% capacity. That's not even 25% capacity.
Now, what the other rumor is? Someone says I'm upset they removed the Terminator 3.
Me too.
Right now, if this was true, this is just a whisper in the wind. It's just a burp that evaporates. Is that in their new future land over there at Universal that they're gonna add all the old rides that they took down and make a little section of like the classic rides over there that are no more, such as Back to the Future, Terminator, and they were even looking at the Jaws, how to set up a smaller version of Jaws, which I think that would be kind of cool, man. Go to Classic Land. Don't you think that'd be kind of cool?
I would never leave there.
I think that'd be pretty
be
awesome,
like real life Back to the Future. Can they put that ride back too?
Because you know what they're saying. Like, I honestly think if Universal does that, they're taking a better step. Which like with Galaxy's Edge, Kathleen Kennedy was like, we don't want to make a land that's just for the old people.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to make something new, but it's like,
yep. But look at
old people that have kids want to experience that with our families.
Well,
like, why don't they understand that?
Yep.
And that way, if they had all these classic rides, imagine, taking your, I think that would be. I think it would be a home run move if they did that. Honestly, I think it would be a home run.
Today's their 30th anniversary, and the merchandise they came out with to celebrate the 30th anniversary is all throwback stuff. It's their old logo. It's the Jaws ride. It's the ET ride. It's all throwback stuff, and it's selling out like crazy. So obviously, there's still a market for it. So they should do it.
Tugs.
Yes.
I went on Kong.
Yeah. What'd you think?
Was that your first time?
Yeah.
What? See, I know we should have gone on.
We should have done it when you were there. I thought you did that before.
Let me just say this about Kong. What you eat, man? Leftovers?
That's so good.
I had the entire safari truck to myself.
Really?
Wow, that thing holds like 15 to 20 people.
Yeah.
I think more than that, because it's like 6 in a row you could probably get in, and there's got to be
5 rows.
No, it's the same vehicle as Fast and Furious.
So 10 rows then.
At least. I had the entire truck to myself.
Wow.
Me and my family.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
Yeah.
Better than Fast and the Furious.
I think they try. I think they're trying too hard with the video motion ride.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
The
But I'd
Fast
rather
and
ride
Furious
that than
ride.
Fast and Furious. Yeah.
When you ride Hagrid's magical motorcycle, and then you go on Kong, you're like,
exactly.
I'm good, bro.
Exactly. Real quick, this is the hat that they were talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think my head is too big to fit in something like that to even make it look remotely cool. As Tugs laughs. Thanks.
Is that the same hat that no, not quite the same. I was thinking of the guy from Breaking Bad.
Not quite close.
No,
though,
it's not. His is a pork pie. It's like more flat. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, Lee. You got there at what time?
I didn't get there till about 2:30 today.
And then you took a little time because you got passes for the fam.
I had to go to guest services.
And then did you start on the Universal Studio side or the Islands of Adventure?
I basically did the same walk we did. So we started Universal and kind of cut through Shrek. Was hoping to run into Donkey. But all that was like shut down. I don't know. It looked vacant, like nothing was happening there.
So you're telling me you almost did 2 parks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Did you do Hagrid's?
Yeah. So we went.
Or did the rain shut it down?
We went to. We were pressed for time, and we knew that there was potential for storms, and we wanted to do like the whole Harry Potter experience. So we kind of cut through Universal, and then we got to Diagon Alley and just kind of hung around there. Got right on Gringotts. There was like they didn't even do the virtual queue. They were just like, yeah, just go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Went right on there.
Now, what was her favorite ride? Because a lot of the stuff was new to her.
It all was.
Oh man, dude! I wish I should have gone.
It was her first time, right?
I love seeing theme parks through like little people's eyes for the first time. Like it makes you relive it like all over again. Real quick, Michael J. Cox. I love that. I love that name and avatar. That's the best ever. That's the best ever. What time y'all carding tonight on Twitch? It will be 10 p.m. Eastern, and I believe it will be on Twitch, not on the YouTube channel like it was last week. So it will be 10 p.m. Eastern, which is in about 2 hours on the Geeks and Gamers Twitch channel.
I'll be back tonight, y'all. I'll be back.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Michael J. Cox, not Fox. Great name and avatar, by the way. To relive the parks through there. I'll never forget when I took. I was able to take some students last year from the Boys and Girls Club that were actually 2 of them were students of mine at the class I taught. That just kids that were not financially stable to ever go to a theme park. And we were like, where would you like to go? And they wanted to go to Hollywood Studios to ride the Tower of Terror.
Wow.
I was like, we can go to Universal, we can go to here, we can go there, we can go wherever you want to go. And I was like, you guys vote, I don't care. And they were just like, we want to ride the Tower of Terror. Like that's all they wanted to do. So I was like, okay, cool. Excellent choice. Taking them to Hollywood Studios, they thought that was Disney World. You know, it was just so cool. They were like, we're at Disney World. I was like, yeah, technically you are, but it's not the Magic Kingdom. We're at the Magic Kingdom. Where's the castle? I was like, we're going. It was just such a cool experience. And I was so honored to be able to do that for those kids. And we got them on the Tower of Terror, and one of them was kind of upset. Yeah, it scared him pretty bad. Because he's never, ever, he's 10 years old. He's never, ever been to a theme park his whole life. So he's never been so we tried to warm him up, like, Went on the Star Tours. Okay, he's cool with that. You know, at the time it was the Great Movie Ride Adventure. Oh, that's cool. Ride. We did that. And let's see what else. Toy Story Land. We did those. And Disney was so. I will give Disney credit. They gave us a bunch of paper fast passes for those kids when we worked that out, and they were able to get us. The school that I was working for was able to purchase tickets at a discount for these kids that we. So it was all awesome. They did a Tower of Terror, man. It was just that first drop. They've never ever done a ride like that before. They freaked out. It was kind of fun. And then we tried to get them on the rock and roller coaster, and they're like, it goes upside down. Nah, I'm good. They were like, "Nah, I'm good." I'm good.
She did. She did rock and roller coaster like first time recently, and that was like her favorite because it went upside down. It was her first time going inverted, and she was like pumped up, but she got kind of nervous when we got through the line. But the thing is, she didn't have time to stop and think about it. Because you know how long the line for Hagrid's is. You got to walk like a mile outside and around, and then you got to go inside and through all these little caves and around. And then you get to that area where you look up and it looks like there's bikes riding above you where they apply the hand sanitizer. I mean, we were just walking through. We finally caught up to some people, but it was still moving. It never stopped. And we ended up, it was so empty, we ended up getting the front.
Nice.
So awesome. she sat in the sidecar and I was on the bike. And it was awesome. She wanted to go hit that first. And I was like, look, you need to warm up. You can't go ride that first. You got to like do Escape from Gringotts and, let's mosey around. Cute. But for those of you, who like the magic wand experience, like now's the time. Every station, if you wanted to go, I've been there and there's like 5 people waiting to go flick their wand to make the water squirt or something, it's whatever it does. But nobody was there. You just
the crazy thing about that kind of takes away from the experience. If you're like, I got a wand, let's go make, and then you see like 5 kids do it in front of you.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, Billy, it's your turn. I already know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And
or they can't get it right, and they got to bring the wizard master teacher guy. Here, let me show you how to do it.
Yeah, that's...
Hurry up, please.
I know. We've been waiting all day. Come on. So,
it's hot.
Let's see. Jeremy Swig. Nah, Jeremy, no one's special, man. But thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. I'm just in a position to be able to do those kind of things. So it's a lot of fun. But believe me, taking 5 10-year-olds to a theme park who's never been to a theme park is like herding cats. I mean, it's like they're on stimulus overload. And it's just like they don't know the sounds and the smells, and they just, and you're just kind of like, are you okay? We actually had one girl, she started crying because it was like, she was like overstimulated with like Disney stuff. It was kind of like, you all right? Yeah, I'm so happy. I was like, okay, all right, cool.
So there's one thing though about it being that empty is because of the engineering and the way they have designed these rides and these parks, there's a lot of prep while you're waiting in line that kind of explains what you're about to experience in the ride. It's like a whole story. And you got to go through these like different scenes while you're waiting in line. I understand that the pre-shows, if they're doing a little movie clip where they want people to gather for right now because of the thing, they're walking people through that and not letting people gather. But there's other things like, that Hogwarts ride. You got all these little props and the pictures are talking to you and they're talking about all this stuff. And then you go in and it casts a spell over you and the sorting hat. Nobody is there. You miss all that stuff.
Yeah.
You just
True.
so it's like, okay, I'm getting on a bike. Wow, what does that mean?
Well, the thing is, like now that we've done it, I don't care to see that stuff anymore. So it's like,
Oh,
I'm
right.
glad I get walk on the ride. But exactly
But
like Spider-Man. The whole Spider-Man ride is people like they totally missed the point that the bad guys teamed up and they built an anti-gravity cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
They've cut up the Statue of Liberty and they're using the anti-gravity cannon to to move things around. And so like when you're in the ride and you get shot and you start floating, people are like, why am I floating up for? That doesn't make sense.
Floating all over the place. At the end, the dude's floating around the office and nobody's asking why.
Yeah, so it's like they Chris, y'all crazy.
He said he was gonna do it.
Give it to somebody else. It's all good. Yes, it would be like doing the Haunted Man straight on. Now I've done that before at the end of the day when actually I did that the last day that they were open before Walt Disney closed. That was the emptiest I had ever seen the Magic Kingdom. That was the only time in my entire life I rode everything at the Magic Kingdom in one shot. And I mean, the only thing I didn't do was the teacups because I don't want to get sick. But dude, I even rode Tom Sawyer's, like the big boat thing that goes around the little water.
I love that boat.
What's that called?
It's a steamboat.
The big steamboat. I've never done the steamboat before. I mean, I did the Country Bears Jamboree. I did all those other rides. I did all that. I walked on everything. And the Haunted Mansion was so empty that they didn't have they just walked right onto the ride. Mm-hmm. You missed out that whole experience on the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that's the best part. I didn't mean to frighten you prematurely.
It is if you've never seen it. It's kind of cool to see it. And I did not know that Disneyland was an actual elevator, so they can't do that.
Yep.
But take care, Porkins. Thank you so much. We're almost kind of done, but it's now if you live in Florida, the other best time to go to the park is the day after the hurricane because it is empty. Now, when we went to Legoland, the last time I went to Legoland, there was nobody there.
It was us and like one other family.
Like we pulled up in the parking lot and I'm like, there are no cars. Like it was weird. It was like 4 or 5 cars in the parking lot. It was a little weird. And that's when we discovered, and Tugs discovered that we could have dinner at the hotel. They had two restaurants in the hotel that were pretty, I didn't know that. It was pretty interesting I was glad we were able to go in and do that.
Me too.
So so that's exactly right. The last day I was there, I actually walked into Be Our Guest restaurant. I have a video of that when I walked in. And that place is usually always crowded too.
So packed. I don't do dinner because it's that packed there. It's so bad.
Not worth it at Be Our Guest unless it's dinner, by the way.
Yeah, the lunch was terrible. That was the first
time. Don't go
I
breakfast or lunch.
Ugh.
Really? Not even the breakfast?
No. Not the same.
Really?
Overpriced. Yeah. Yeah. It's all kiosk. You don't get the Be Our Guest experience. You go up to a computer screen.
Yep. It's like a quick service.
Put your order in, go
sit
down, find a table somewhere. They don't seat you.
Nope.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
The thing is, though, so as far as dinner goes, it's like Universal, I'd rather eat in the restaurants outside of the park.
Yeah.
Than inside the park.
Yeah.
Like at City Walk, I'd rather eat at City Walk than inside the park.
Yeah.
Because of the variety and stuff, like the steak houses and stuff that they have there are fantastic. Yeah. Disney, I think Animal Kingdom has the best restaurants.
Reggie says it's not terrible, just overpriced. Yes.
It
is overpriced.
There are so many better places though for breakfast that you can get such
literally anywhere else.
in my opinion. But
what's up, Steven? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Redzy, thanks for stopping by as well. The Radio 8 My TV, thank you. Always commenting on the videos. Radio 8 My TV, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You know the story about the history about it. Is it Liberty Town? Tugs?
Liberty Square.
Liberty Square.
Liberty Square.
Yeah.
You ever notice the ground you walk on, Liberty Square? Do you guys know this?
I think so. No, I've never looked at the ground.
Back in the day, before indoor plumbing.
Oh God.
They used to take their family-friendly waste.
Okay.
And they would take it in a bucket or whatever and then sling it outside.
Oh, yeah.
So if you go next time you're at Magic Kingdom and you go to Liberty Square, if you look at the ground you're walking on, you will see a brown trail in the path.
Ew.
Swirling and traveling through Liberty Square to represent how the way of life was back in the day before
Disney,
indoor plumbing, where they would
so
fling their slop. It is now known as the Brown River, I think.
That's hilarious.
Drunk TVO is do that, and he says,
true,
"Yeah,
very true." Next time,
I didn't even know that.
At your feet, and you'll know if you're walking through something gross or.
That is hilarious. I love Disney's attention to detail sometimes.
Yep.
Good grief.
Yeah.
And I try to avoid Magic Kingdom as much as possible just because it's just chaos over there.
There's so many little details like that, though.
Yeah.
I love it. It's
the only thing that I wish Universal would do, and yeah, everyone's saying it's true, so some people know that.
That's hilarious.
If I were to eat inside Disney, I try my hardest to eat at character dining to get all that stuff out of the way. Like that to me is worth the extra $1. Be Our Guest doesn't really have that. So I mean, it's kind of cool if you've never been once, but the character dining is the best because you can get your photo ops done with Mickey and Minnie and all that without, dealing with all that. So it's like even for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there's plenty of options you can go for character dining. My favorite restaurant of all time is in Epcot. It is the Garden Grill. So anyone coming to Orlando and you want to hang out with me, take me out to the Garden Grill, please. It's character dining. The food is fantastic. It's like buffet. I will be a happy. I'll be a happy person. So that's for sure at the Garden Grill. What I was gonna say was it would be cool if Universal did a character dining. Maybe they do, and I just don't know about it. Where you can meet Cat in the Hat and like the Grinch, and all those people from Dr. Seuss Land, or like the characters from Marvel.
Oh, that would be.
I don't think they do because there's not really they don't really have restaurants in the park like Disney does. It's a lot of quick service food.
Yeah, maybe the hotels. The
Universal hotels. I have something.
There is a secret gem at the Dr. Seuss Land. Is those tater tots that was introduced to us?
Oh, the green eggs and ham. Yeah, those are good.
Bro, that is I have eaten in a lot of places. I think Animal Kingdom has some of the best restaurants in all of Disney, but the Garden Grill is my absolute favorite. I almost said favorites. We're all disappointed, Shellback, and she's being scolded after the live stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm on my phone. It's been a day, okay? I don't want to talk about it.
The only restaurants is at Islands Adventure that you sit down is what? Which one is that?
Mythos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mythos.
There's other places you can eat. You sit down, but it's still outside.
Right.
So there's like it's kind of like you walk up and get a burger and they have like seating on the inside, but it's not like when we say like dining, you sit down and you get a menu.
Yeah.
Not just walk up and
like brown
I haven't been to Mythos in a long time. So
am I pronouncing that right? Mythos?
Mythos? No, it's Mythos.
Mythos.
I'll let it slide for today. That's fine. No problem with all.
Screenshot that.
I still gotta lose my quarantine 15. So gotta lose my quarantine 15. But yeah, anyway, so we just wanted to go live because we weren't
Uh-oh.
Oh, I thought that was me because I'm on my phone. I was like, oh no, I lost the signal.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yes.
He is
Hey, I'm gonna go live on Saturday.
Did somebody catch that? I hope did somebody take a
Tano's
screenshot
in the
of that?
chat. I'm sure somebody caught it. Oh, Drunk 3P Ho's in the
Frozen
chat. He got it.
Jay.
I see it.
Mr. himself, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most underrated Batman villains. Frozen Jay, Frozen Drunk. You were
Ho got it. I know
you were stuck for about I don't know, 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. You pulled an
You know what's funny is I could still like
Swigs.
I can still hear you. I can still hear you talking. And like I could see my screen, like you guys, like each of your boxes just go like black.
Oh no.
And I can hear you saying like, oh, he's frozen. I'm like, crap. So basically I have to wait, and then like the little buffer wheel comes up.
You pulled an Abu Nas.
Do it again.
Oh no.
then it pops back on.
Poor Jay.
Frozen again?
Yeah, for about 1 second. Your hand's like waving in the air.
Oh, I see it. I see it on the other screen. I got the YouTube channel up on the other screen. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Google Nest. It's also raining really bad here too, so I don't know.
Yeah, be safe, you guys, please.
Yeah. Is it raining by you?
Not yet, but it looks like it. It could start anytime.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope to be back to the park later this week. I'm just so glad that they're open.
Me too.
I'm glad it's open. I'm glad it's empty, because usually in June, Universal Studios is, I mean, that's peak season. June, July, August is crammed. So it's like, let me get all my ride fixes in today.
Yep.
Let me get it all out like in a week or so. So then it's like when it does actually get back to normal and packed, it's not like, it's not like that big of a.
Hopefully it won't be too bad when I get back next weekend.
It probably will. You'll jinx it all, and then
it's not my fault.
Have we made plans yet?
No.
Red Sea, that is the statement of the live.
Me too. Yep. There it is.
Yes.
Yep.
It's different. It is different having to wear a mask.
Krista.
To be honest, I don't mind the social distancing in the lines. That never has to go away.
It might when it gets like really when it's like a long line. The problem is we haven't seen like long lines in social distancing. So, anyway. Tugs is back in Vegas. Yes, she's back in Vegas.
Yep. I come back Friday though, so be prepared.
Tugs did learn. I have to say, Tugs learned a tip from a stranger.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
you can freeze butterbeer.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to catch some of the conversation. I probably have it all wrong. All I know is this dude was saying you can freeze butterbeer, and then if you only want some of it, you can slice it and then let that thaw out. It was kind of genius.
Yeah, he's a genius. Absolute genius. He gets the frozen butterbeer and he takes it home and keeps it in the freezer, and he uses it like when he wants a butterbeer drink, or if he wants to, he was saying like you could put it in your coffee, butterbeer coffee kind of thing. And I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. I never would have thought of that. You're a genius. This guy's like living in 2030.
He was very around, sweet. All of a sudden,
that's my frozen face.
Yeah. How do you fall off the beach?
That's not the best. Like the best one is there's the video clip, I guess.
So like butterbeer is a butterscotch beverage.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And my head's like moving like. But yeah, anyway, so we just wanted to go live this morning.
Pulled an Abu Nas.
my little fans, my young fans, Drunk 3P Ho, and yeah, they all
Drunk 3P Ho cracks me up, man.
Yeah,
I know he's
Drunk
a
3P Ho is funny.
and Jedi
that
Padawan
makes me laugh. I see some of those tweets that Drunk 3PO puts out, and I am rolling.
He does his work, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's good content. That is good content.
Oh my gosh, look what.
Oh no. It's not even Mario Kart time yet.
I don't know why they have to put a zoom up on my face.
Careful, Krista's gonna see that and make you a new emoji.
Yeah, well, it's kind of blurry. Look at why am my lip all crooked? Oh,
you were talking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I actually did put Drunk 3PO in I usually put it as J. Anyway, well, that's okay. That's okay. Listen, we had about 60 people hang out with us the entire time.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys hanging out. 83 Fast Pass smashes. Woo! Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys that sent the super chats and the super stickers. We really appreciate that. Like, honestly, really appreciate that. Some upcoming things tomorrow on my channel. I will be back with the Monday Night Ladies. We'll be back on my channel. You will see Tugs' face, see Steph, Mara, and possibly Anna will be back on my channel. Tuesday night, I have the Dark Council, which will be on Fatal J's Council. And then starting not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I will be watching the Star Trek series with Anna, that Star Wars girl, on my channel. And we'll probably have some guests because since she's made that announcement, multiple people, including John Talks and others that you might know, were like, can I be a part of that? Because they really loved that original series. I've only seen 2 episodes. One was Space Seed, and I think the one with the little furry
Tribbles.
thing.
Trouble with Tribbles.
Trouble with Tribbles. I'm gonna be watching this too.
That is the precursor to the Wrath of Khan.
Yep. That's such a good episode. Oh,
Krista Joe, thank you so much. Tonight, at Mario Kart will be on the Geeks and Gamers Twitch channel. And just know this, that the language is a little more colorful than it would be here on this channel. I want to thank you guys so much. Many people have been sending us gifts and things. I mean, look at these ears. They're, I know I look silly, but they're absolutely fantastic.
They're awesome. I love them so much.
I have like 2 pairs I need to give away. And so we want to give them away to somebody in the chat. And some of our supporters that have been with Park Hoppin'. I can't thank you guys enough. The Universal Studios video and the Legoland video that we put out have been doing extremely well for such a smaller channel that who we are. They're doing extremely well. Our subscriber count is doing. I'm just blessed, and I know I can speak for the panel to see the support of so many of you coming out. I didn't know what to expect live streaming this late at night because I know a lot of people live stream, but we had a great number come through. We have 87 Fast Pass likes, which means we almost had 100. So if you didn't hit that Fast Pass button, which is the like button, please do so on your way out. That would be fantastic. But just meeting some of the fans, I see Chris is still in the chat. Meeting Chris and so many of you others that have already requested to hang out with us when we get to when you guys come to Orlando, you want to hang out with me, Lee, and if Tugs is around, all those things. Like so many of you, it's been a little overwhelming. So I can't thank you guys enough. And we look forward to hanging out with you. We look forward to like going to the Hangar Bar with some of you saying, hey, I'm in town. You want to hang out? I mean, like we look forward to that. And yes, I was supposed to be in California, Disneyland in August, but I might have to push that back just a little bit.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And we look forward to it when Jay's buying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
Shout out to Chris. My man, be
Chris.
blessed. Thank you again.
I know. Eat the magic. I know. We're going to hang out with you for sure.
So also on the Geeks and Gamers website, people have already asked, and we're going to end with that kind of plug, is we will try to put our schedule will be on the Geeks and Gamers website. And if you're in town, you could kind of like click. We're working this out now. Kind of click on the calendar and just say, hey, I'm coming in, and just try to figure out how we can do that. I'd love to be. I know all of us on this panel would love to be some of y'all's personal little tour guides through some of the parks. If that's what y'all wanted, and it would be our pleasure. It would be our pleasure to do so. So it's just amazing to see how fast this channel. We are the fastest channel to be monetized in the Geeks and Gamers family, which I'm very proud of that as well.
Yep.
Hey,
90 likes.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
David.
David Harvey,
Whoa.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
I saw it on the one screen. I didn't see it on the other. Thank you so much, David Harvey. Cheers on the excellent live stream. Fantastic Frozen moments.
not Disney.
Yeah. Looking forward to the Star Trek with the Star Wars Girl watch too.
Me
Thank
too.
you, David. Thank you. I just
awesome.
think I think the soundtrack is funny because it's.
Oh, God.
I always thought that was Uhura singing that. Nichelle Nichols. I might be crashing that, man. You might be looking out for some
Me too. I have them
text
already.
chats. I might be throwing some stuff your way.
Yep.
I think it would be fantastic. David, thank you so much for that super chat. And pretty soon I'm also working on like fun little things to play. You know, when like super chats come off, it's like some theme park stuff, so you don't get the same old.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Something like that, or something a little fan friendly. And I don't think I have anything fan friendly. Kinda. I'm like going through it now. That's about it. Something like that, something along those lines. That we're putting all this stuff together now that I have time, and I promise you, this will never happen on this.
Cassandra Kane. No, not Cassandra. What's her name? I forget. I don't remember her damn name. But anyway, you can start. I
kind of fell asleep on my own show.
That's my favorite clip to ever exist. I'm not even.
Careless Whisper isn't family friendly. I mean,
No.
Whisper.
What?
Careless Whisper. That's not family friendly.
Not what I have hooked up. No.
No.
Not that I have.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, since you can't see Tug's face. There you go.
Dios mío.
Just a little clip. Anyway, some minions laughing. Yes, that's a great idea.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
T-Rex roar. We could do the monorail. Please stand clear of the doors. That's all kinds of fun stuff we could do.
That's my favorite clip.
I love that clip. It's so funny. It's on that commercial now. I think it's for.
Yeah, I know. I see.
Verizon or something. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So thank you guys for hanging out on the live stream. The live streams will now be unlisted. They should be ported over to the Geeks and Gamers live channel, and I will be on that this week. So anyway, that's the show, everyone. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
That's not going to happen, but I'm just saying. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my God, yes.
Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a magical, universal